So I was summoned to go ahead and bring in this, I don't know, is it like closure, acceptance, epiphanies, predictions, prophecies, or just basically how, most of these is going to like play out or pan out in a lot of the situation because it's like something is just like the more over the last, I want to say since like April is still going. It's just like more things are just heightened and heightened and heightened. And I feel like as the months keep going by, all the way down to the end of the year is just going to become more apparent and more sharper, louder in this aspect. And I was sitting here, I was in the kitchen cooking fried chicken. Somebody could be watching from Indiana. Um, as all of this is going right, it was just like I've been having to refrain myself from not get into that place of being sad, being upset about anything that's really just happened all the way up to current. To forgive them for what they don't know. Like it's like a lot of people wanted to go up against a person you don't know them, and most of the time I struggle to accept the fact that hey, yes, when you are an intellectual person and you require different things, you're going to have people that's not going to like you. You're going to have people that's not going to want to be for you. You're going to have people want to go against you because, you know what I'm saying, you don't see life in the way that they do. You don't think in the way that they do. So most of the time, these people will want to be like revenge against you because it's not a vengeance. They're not avenging anything, but just trying to save the facade and the lies that they carry, right? And most of the videos that I put out is just basically allowing people to know like this is how narcissists will, conceal themselves, whether it's malignant, whether it's covert, whether it's, people just looking to pay other people to carry on the same things that it is that they carry to do, right? And it was just like the more that the people would decide to speak on my name, wanted to utilize the Bible, wanted to utilize certain conversations and narratives to speak on my name, the more it was just like, okay, you're getting tired, you're feeling drained, but it's like it's a good drain because it's like the more I'm draining, the more I'm getting myself to go to sleep, whether it's for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours or something like that, maybe even less. And it is just like, well, what are you seeing in some of these aspects? It's some of these people that sit here and I was like, well, shoot, I was on, the adult side and I've seen some of these people that's trying to play, oh, but weren't you on these sites about 4, 5, 6 years ago? We gotta, okay now. But it's just like one thing stuck out so hard because it was just like, when it comes to it, and people used to always ask me why was it that I was just so adamant and stuck on when it came to like Marcus. And they would be like, "Oh, that's your favorite." It's not about being the favorite. It's about the child that I know no one is going to look because he can't talk, he can't speak, he can't tell you. So of course, anything that goes on, whether if I'm every moment that I'm out of that child's presence, is something happening, and me not being able to be there to protect him. And then those people that it's just like, now it's just like it's making me angry because it's like I trusted these people to keep them safe, and the ones I trusted to keep them safe were the ones causing the most harm. And it made me think about all the stuff that's playing out all the way to current. That's why I tell people be out here dating and doing things so erratic, not thinking, not having discipline. And it's like I'm a particular, and it's very peculiar and it's different. In dealing with me, you have to have discipline. You're not able to be out here walling out like that because it's like I've known since I was a child that somebody was looking for me. in a good way, not in a horrible way of how people panned this out. But I also understood at the same time when all this stuff was going on, even all the way up until, my son's passing, and even before I decided to date, because it took a fight within myself to even make that decision. Like, I really do want to take this person on. And I knew, like, somewhat of a lifestyle, but I didn't know how far. But then when it was just like, hey, look, you need to do the right thing, because if you're gonna do this, we're gonna have eyes on this. And it was like, the more that he was trying to hide, the more it was just like, sure, just sit quiet. I'm gonna allow you to do what you're gonna do. You're gonna get yourself caught up in the worst way. And dealing with me, I give you the greatest opportunity. Anyone coming near me, I'm gonna give you the greatest opportunity to do whatever it is that you please to do. Because I'm not a person to control anybody about how they behave, what they decide to do. Because I already knew, considering everything that I had going on in my life, even all the way still to now, there's been eyes on me since a kid. So regardless of who I was with, you're gonna get yourself and your family under investigation. Every person you dealing with, because now they want to figure out, okay, what you got going on. Any person that I went to the tech schools, you was gonna get looked into. They was gonna dig into y'all lives. Whoever was working in it, they was digging into there was gonna be, you know how they say, no strand left untouched. A needle in a haystack, if whether you got to sort through it to figure out who is who, what is what. And it was just like, be careful. It's one of those where it's like, be careful with me. You got to be careful. Because how everybody would say, oh, she's this, she's that. Well, real people that actually had common sense and used their noggin, she will only blow up or get mad as if you're taking her there. Sweetest, nicest person. Like, I'm a very nice person, sweet person, easy go. I'm not nice, but if you treat me right, I promise you gonna feel like you got heaven on earth. You treat me right, you gonna get heaven on earth. I swear to God, friend, and whether it's platonic, it's business, it's relationship, love, if it's just being a friend, and you will get heaven on earth. But as soon as I take that back, baby, they ain't no getting that bad. It ain't getting that bad. Because it's like the worst hurt that you can ever put me through was to take away the things that I love the most. And that was my kids. And I fought. And when I say I fought, baby, and it's like it hurts, but I'm angry. It's like I'm not hurt in pain. I'm hurt in rage. Like, it's like, shorty, you got to sit down. You got to bite that. You got to eat that. I'm not fit to blame nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because people going to be people. People are going to be people. And it's like, that's all I had was those little people. And it's like, it's messed up for how fucking far people go. And it's like, for each day that is delayed, each day that the rage just get louder and louder. And it's like, sure, you got to fall back each day. Because it's like, now it's like, I'm at a point, I don't want the apologies, but I'm going to it's just one of those embedded and printed thoughts that you're going to remember. Whether I saw these people's faces, that courtroom knife circuit is going to be on your radar. From Melbourne all from here, from Melbourne all the way up to fucking North, it's going to be embedded. Georgia, it's going to be embedded. Anybody that ever came across me, whether I slept with you, whether I didn't, it's going to be embedded. It's certain things that you just don't forget. And it's like, people, well, can we let go? Can we start over? What is there to start over? Everything that I had, and I busted my ass. I haven't begged nobody. The times that I asked for the help, I got basically the middle finger to my face. You might as well have spat in my face with half the stuff that these people went as far as they did. And I was like, you know what? Just imagine. I said, I hope that every single person who came up against me take that one moment and take that day to sit down. Imagine if I did everything y'all did to me to y'all. It'll be personal, right? And for me to not take none of this stuff personal, it's just like, forgive them for what, that's the only thing I can say to myself. Forgive them for what they don't know. And it's like, God, why I gotta be the bigger person? But I say, you know what? God know better than what I do. The only thing I'm able to do, hey, make sure that you and 43 got it. But I know you got me a little bit better than how I would want to handle it. And because how I want to handle it, I want, I want for one for one. But it's not one for one with all the disloyalty surrounding all of this. Because it's like, how is that my mother? And I'm supposed to call her my mother and she had no loyalty to me from ever. How's I'm supposed to say that's an aunt, or uncle, or father? They had gave me no type of loyalty. They put money in these people's hands to say, stay away from her. I'll pay you this if you work with us. Against me? What have I done to you? And out of common courtesy, regardless if somebody ever even gave me that, I would have still been the person to give you courtesy. Hey, you in danger, cuz somebody plotting on you. That's the least that I can do. And I've done it. I've done it. But some people couldn't accept the fact that that's just what it was. But now at the point now is, hey, I can't even speak on your behalf. I don't even have no good words for you. Because 2014 still rings in my head because I was like, when that cop from Colorado Springs came to my house to take that report, when my daughter came to me to give that report, craziest thing was that my daughter told Jasmine Charlize Taylor, right? So James Henry Taylor V, Regina Taylor, all of them, they was aware of this. But the only thing that those Taylors wasn't aware of, that at that point when I filed that report for my daughter, that every single last one of us was going to be under federal radar at that moment when I decided to leave the state of Colorado, especially when I decided to leave Colorado Springs. And me having to play telephone back and forth with this detective. And when I think the last conversation we had was in 2020 and I lost contact after that. You think that officer was going to stop trying to figure that out because he still got a fucking replay from every moment that he got that recording from that police officer in Colorado Springs. And at that, imagine that black man looking at a black woman that was doing the first black woman he probably experienced doing the right thing to save their own fucking child, to make sure that child got justice and healing. That they weren't going to sit there and figure out like, okay, where's the breakdown of when this stuff breaks down? Well, crime of passion showed and proved itself through James Henry Taylor V. One thing I won't ever forget is the day that man sliced my tires, busted my windows, cut my brakes, didn't show up to the hospital for his kids being in the hospital when they could have passed on. I still won't ever forgive that man for that day that my child had to sit in that fucking Colorado Springs Children's Hospital to go get that surgery. Neither would I ever forgive Anthony Parham, because you just as guilty by not confronting him to be a fucking man why you didn't tell them doctors why my child was bruised up and all this stuff, having to manhandle him to get him down so he can recover from him getting his tonsils removed. But now that child's not here because now I can say and pinpoint like, damn, all the evil that surrounded me and the sacrifice I had to take because, hey, everybody thought it was okay, steal from her. She's not going to know. I was going to know. I just wanted to see how far everyone else would go. Because a lot of these people don't understand. Y'all at the mercy of whether you live or whether you go. Look at how far you going. You trying to take somebody's life. And I was looking to fight for my children to be here to get a better living. But yet, my child had to be under the same roof of where James Henry Taylor V sat there and cried to me, well, my mama did this and this, this and this, and you allowed your mama to do the same bullshit to your daughters. Better yet, you denied the fact that you even had a wife or daughters. That shit blew me. And my kids having to lie to me because my kids knew. Don't let me show up to Clarksville, Tennessee, to Dunbar Cave or Cove, I suppose. Because my kids understood they feared for y'all, not the other way around. Because if it's my time to go, I'm going to go. I'm going to go. I didn't want to be here in the fucking first place. I ain't asked to be here, and I ain't asked to take this fucking path. But imagine being a fucking real mom wanting to fight for your fucking kids to have better, so they don't have to live with trauma. So when I see trauma in grown-ass men and grown-ass women, it don't matter about the fucking age. I see it. Do you want to heal it? So that's why I'm sitting here, ha, ha, ha. Every fucking judge, lawyer, or attorney you ever had my name, you ever wrote a fucking report, you've been under fucking federal investigation the whole time. You know why? Because it was a kid crime prior to you fucking with my name. I started that investigation back in 2014. My case go all the way back to 1991. So imagine you sitting here fucking with someone who's been under federal investigation for a long ass time, but they just needed to catch certain people in certain situations just to see what y'all was going to do and see how y'all organized the crime. So you sit here and wondering why this girl's so much at peace. Why she got a faith so strong? Why is it that the hoodoo, hoopla, hocus pocus bullshit gonna work on her? Because my faith is a little bit stronger. How the fuck you gonna throw something at somebody you don't even believe in, your own fucking African brother or sister? So every fucking bigot that's gonna use, and you paying a so-called practitioner, I don't give a fuck if the bitch came from Brazil, Portugal, Spain, Puerto Rico, I don't give a fuck where they came from. Every time you deny a motherfucking black person and speak bad on it, every time you're gonna read karma. How the fuck you gonna believe in hoodoo and voodoo and do a fucking voodoo doll and you don't even believe in fucking black people? You look stupid. You're welcome. That's why your shit don't work. And if you're thinking it is, no, I'm sorry. My skin is only breaking out because I'm stressed the fuck out because I'm trying to make sure that, hey, you get the message out. A lot of stupid motherfuckers get in their feelings. It ain't about how it's said, because if you gotta worry about how the fuck it's said, you still get in your feelings. You're still illogical. You don't have logic. You're still emotional. But I'm the emotional one. No, I'm in rage. Rage is a form of emotion. At least I can name mine. I can wake up and say, hey, I feel great today. Could you do the same? I highly fucking doubt it. How dare you to sit there and pray to fucking God, Jesus, hoodoo, voodoo, wherever the fuck it is that you choose to do, Buddha, Shiva, and the rest of these motherfuckers. Do you understand how the fuck your ancestors work? Do you understand if you go ahead and you're praying with them, you're praying against the person who still believes in all? So you basically battling a person who stands with the motherfuckers. Call me crazy. Well, I wasn't the one that had to get fucking Baker Act. Sheila did. Not once, not twice, but a few fucking times. Calling me a drug dealer. Shit, it took a lot of people to convince me to do half the shit that I did. Unless it was something I wanted to do in the fucking bed. You ain't got, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. But most of the time, if I'm doing something, I'm just trying to see something real quick. So I can be sure. So any hurt feelings or emotions, I did it to my own fucking self because I decided to stay. Who the fuck am I to, they should have never did this. You ain't ever hear me say that shit. I can take accountability. The difference between a lot of you motherfuckers that want to play victim and cry, oh, she's bullying me. No, it's your dumbass that got to come towards me. You're the one that got to make sure you suppress my movements because you're afraid. So who really got fucking fear? I can smell bitch and fear whenever I feel it. I ain't got to be in front of your face to understand who's in fucking fear, because the only person that's going to be in fucking fear is the person that got to take somebody out before your ass get caught up. You see the difference? The only people that have shit to hide is when you got to gather a crew. I've been standing on my own this whole time. 2023. You remember Puerto Rico? How the fuck she figured? But you remember, you know, the greatest thing of it is play stupid so you can see how far they're going to go. Once you can pick what it is that they're going to do. And it's the craziest thing. I'm very, very sure of myself to this point. Those doctors that I had, Castro and Puerto Carrera, they have PhDs. They have PhDs, right? Meaning they are experts in their fields, correct? And with them being experts, how is it that two fucking male doctors can sit there and say she's intelligent? So the beauty of this whole situation, you don't know if I'm playing dumb. You don't know if I'm being for real. You don't know if I'm taunting you. The beauty of everything that I choose to do, but you're still getting the process and the things that I need to get done. That's the beauty of it. So you don't know, is she really manipulating us? The thing I won't do, I won't ever tell you a lie. So anybody really playing along with the shit, realize at the same time, like, hey, she ain't gonna lie. That part we know for sure. She's not gonna lie. She's not gonna hide anything. That's the beauty. But the even bigger part of it that's kind of scary, the fact that I won't lie. That caused a lot of people problems. And then the fact that you thought you can bring in, oh, our master manipulator, he's great. Well, the only master manipulators I know, it works for CIA, FBI, informants. Okay? Those are only 3 levels. There's 3 things to everything. There's levels to shit. And half of these people have not even conquered that, because most of them, the only thing they know is who to pay to do the job. They don't know how the job is. I just need you to get it done, right? But the thing of it is, they just don't understand, hey, how does this work? Most of the fucking people, you want to know what's even more fucking fun? They had to pull people from out of retirement that used to do this shit in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s to do this shit, which has been really fucking fun. But then you have to sit there and ask the same people who's trying to invite you in, and now everyone that's probably understanding now, she was warning us before we did this. No shit, Sherlock. It don't need for you to go to fucking France to handle get somebody from fucking Interpol to fucking think for you, idiot. If I told you, if you're working with these dumb mother skunks, you're going to fucking realize they did their research on you, stupid, just to make sure that they could keep y'all asses in control. So you guys are the judges and lawyers and shit. Of course, they're going to make sure that you're going to go ahead and participate in some low life, low vibrational shit to make sure that they got their dirt on you to keep you in control. Now, who's really manipulating who in situation? Because apparently it's not fucking me. I'm just the messenger. But let's shoot the messenger that can low-key get every single one of us to sort this shit out in the best way possible. But we want to keep fucking with her, right? We want to go ahead and say that it's not real, but the realest of the real is I can give you names, date of births, times when you did it. You lucky I ain't put the times on here, because if I could put a timeline, I'm pretty sure a lot of you would have already been arrested about 2 weeks ago. Well, they did come question us. No shit, Dick Tracy, but I'm pretty sure if I put the times on this bitch, a lot of you gonna be locked up. I'm pretty sure if I pinpoint them where y'all do have that major stash at, I'm pretty sure where y'all transporting them to and fro, where you still do have this one secret hideout that I still haven't revealed yet. I just don't know. Do I want to reveal it yet? It's sounding real entertainment. Do you like puzzles? I like Saw. Shit, I was the original kid that every scary movie, when Child's Play came out, I was in front of the TV. The Leprechaun, Tales of the Hood, Tales of the Crypt, that was me. You remember the little voodoo dolls that was coming out, the Children of the Corn, coming out of the pictures? You remember the movie Gremlins? Yeah. Imagine being a little kid watching that shit. And they knew at that time it wasn't normal for a fucking kid to be so fucking entertained by that. I should have been watching fucking Scooby-Doo. And I love Scooby-Doo because they used to solve the shit, but I knew the solving before they started the shit. But the one thing that still remains regardless about all of this shit. And the only reason why I laugh about all of it, because half of these people, they was allowing y'all to like move amongst the cabin freely. Prior to the incident that happened in 2012, did y'all not know that they had eyes on me since 2006, prior to me entering the military? So any military movement, they had to watch me. Remember we had to have battle buddies out there in Kandahar? I never had one. Remember? I was always walking by myself. Till First Sergeant Duke had to come along, like, why you out here by yourself? Well, everybody walk with me. I mind my own business. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. Everybody on that Mustang ramp, hey, she'll pull it out on you if you walk up on her. So what was y'all thing that y'all knew not to do when we was there? Announce yourself. If I can't see you coming from behind me, you knew you was going to get it. Y'all knew that in the Army. Y'all should still know that now. Announce yourself. I'm not going to harm you if you announce yourself, but being unannounced, that's when you have a problem. But calling me a shitty parent, that's one thing that's going to be super unacceptable, and you would literally have to say that shit to my face. You would literally have to say that to my face. And I don't feel none of you are bold enough to do that stupid shit. Because you know why? Half of you are showing me your stupidity because half of the people that you just got yourself involved into, I'm actually going to laugh at you in your face. I don't give a fuck if you're a judge, sheriff, or anything, because you not know how many people you just got yourself involved into. How open that you got yourself to a point. They know who your mom is. If you got them in nursing homes, they know how y'all grandkids, they know where they at. They done looked up all this shit. Because ain't none of y'all fucking private citizens. You want to go run campaigns and run for Senate, you know your shit is public. Where you went to college. So it's too easy for people to portray to be investigators or immigration nowadays, considering you want immigration to run rogue, right? Not to mention, I'm giving a lot of people bright ideas. So either way we want to play it, I'm super unbiased in this situation. You know why? I ain't got shit else to lose. You took everything that I fucking had. But can't nobody say I ain't tell you. So when it comes to my kids, press your luck. Choice is yours. Because you got to understand, I filed that report for my daughter to get justice. And when Sheila decided not to give up the name of the abuser of my child, she set her ass up for fucking failure. Because she still had shit on her ass since 1984. Patrick Monique Luter included, with Johnny William Luter included. So playing with my name is one of the most dangerous games that you can go ahead and lead yourself up to cases that you be like, God damn, I did that shit about 6 years ago, 20 years ago. You remember when y'all got that slap on the wrist before? Fucking with me, no. Y'all opening up shit that you thought wasn't nobody gonna look into no more. I played nice until now I'm not able to. Because that moment that I was sitting here fucking sleep and I woke up dead out of my sleep and I heard my baby cry and she's nowhere near me. You want to know what was the craziest thing? I felt my son leave my womb and people thought that shit was a joke and it was funny, right? Now it's some of y'all sitting here like, well, let me call my kids. What they got? Don't panic now. What you wasn't panicking. It's my turn. It's my turn to go ahead and play with the energy, isn't it? When can I play? But you have to understand, from Colorado to Oklahoma to fucking Tennessee to fucking Florida, all the way to motherfucking Puerto Rico, y'all played with my name in one system that you should have never fucking played in. And that was with CPS, Child Protector Services. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention New York City, Harlem, and Manhattan. Yeah, so fucking with my name, you could pull that name up. I lived in New York too. Unbeknownst to a lot of fucking people. Like you used to live. I did. I used to live in New York. I had cases open in New York. Went to Empire Beauty School at that. You can go fact check that. If you need to, you can go talk to the Viagra's, however you pronounce it correctly, over there on the Lower East Side if need be. So playing with my name in every single one of these states, and y'all calling all the way over here to motherfucking Florida, the beauty in it, all of it is, because I'm enraged. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I'm angry. So don't feel like I'm going to be quiet. I will hear anybody out. Even when I'm in fucking rage, you might have to hear me just... I'm going to probably just tell you, hurry up and get to the fucking point, because your presence is going to annoy me, but I'm not going to be an asshole yet. Because most of you probably come in, shit, how the fuck? You should have gave me my fucking money and got the fuck out of my way. That's what you should have did. But no, you wanted to be greedy. You wanted to be assholes. Some of y'all motherfuckers, y'all barely fucking made it through fucking high school, let alone fucking middle school, elementary. Okay? And the audacity to come over here fucking with me. And then you fucking with Orishas. You can barely fucking accept the fact that you got black ancestors. And in how you using the ancestors and your ass want to deny the blackness? Oh, well, when it comes to television, nosotros mezcla. But let a black motherfucker come talk to you. You want to be disrespectful. You got to remember that. Stand on big fucking business on that. I need you to stand on big business on that. Every time you kind of trying to talk about, oh, those N, these ER, that black B, make sure you say that to fucking Oya. Say that to Oshun. Say that to Ishu. Say that to Labor. I need you to say that same shit that you say to somebody every time you build that motherfucking doll. Why is it not working? It won't ever work. Energy manipulation can't work on somebody if you don't even know your own fucking energy. How is it that you like to get your back door blown out, sir? You don't even know what the fuck you want. How dare you? It gets real disrespectful around these parts in the nicest way. So you can't manipulate somebody's fucking energy that knows what they want, because guess what? The difference between me, full transparency, I could watch it, they, them, he, she, you, and him. I can say it out loud. I can say it secretly. I could pull it up on my phone and still won't make no difference. I can watch she and get happy with it, because guess what? The person who will lay with me will watch it with me. You see the difference? Full transparency. Something that you all do not have, for one. Two, a lot of you don't know how to accept what it is about you, because if you're still riding the fence about what you want and you still trying to sort out what it is that you want, do you not know, playing in the energy, you're going to tell me exactly who you are? Whether you are masculine or feminine, physically here in the 3D, you're going to tell me everything I need to know about you. You're going to tell me everything I need to know about how you're moving. You're going to tell me everything that you have, and especially if you throw bones and seashells, you're going to tell me about your sins every time you do divination and you're peeking into somebody else's life. That's why they tell you you're not supposed to read on other people without their permission, right? Right, because every time you read somebody without the permission, you're giving that person authority, whether they choose to wake up to their spiritual gifts or not. But if they choose to, whether that person know it or not, they're talking about you. You know that person's talking about you, but you're going to try to play the game to insult the intelligence just to see, do they know what it is that they know? That's the worst thing that you can do, because guess what? Rather that person decide to wake up to the divination or Christianity, Catholicism, whatever fucking religion they choose to, they will be speaking your truth. And the only thing that it would take for that person to do is to see you face to face and look you in your eyes. Did you not know that? So regardless if that goes to case, right? You know, if you have a soul tie with a person, you ever, as a woman, when you have a soul tie with a person and let it be a man and you don't know if he's straight or gay, if your anus starts clenching and that moment he's nowhere near you, he getting his back blown out, ma'am. There go your secret. Boom, there it is. If your hoo-ha goes to clenching, he laying up with a woman. Your body's going to tell you who he's sleeping with. Your anus is going, he's sleeping with a man. Your hoo-ha going, he's sleeping with another woman. You picking up symptoms, he's sleeping too long, he eating different, he throwing up, he got somebody out there, whether you know who the person is or not. He got a bet he's with child with somebody and it might not be you. Sir, you need to know if your woman is cheating and how she cheating and what kind of way she's cheating. Is your mouth salivating? Is your hands sweaty palms is getting different? Is your penile jumping? She cheating. If all of that's going at once, she's doing it with multiple people. If your body is having a reaction and you're talking to a relative, she's messing with a relative. You're welcome, sir. Because some of the men is like, well, hey, how I know if my bitch cheating? Nah, I just told you, sir. You could be locked up and be sitting there randomly. You thinking like, I ain't thinking about none of these men in here. I'm not. She cheating on you, sir, with your relatives. With somebody you know. Somebody that's your ace boom coon. If you locked up and your body started having responses and reactions that you know it usually don't, or you getting them urges outside of the fucking blue, the one that you sleep with, that the one you call on that phone line, one that, hey, you got inmate calling from, your bitch is laying up with somebody that you know, close to you, relative or not. I'm here to make peace for everybody. Fair is super unbiased over here. I don't care if you get your head knocked off your shoulders. I don't care if he end up taking the kids out because of you think that shit gonna bother me. I have no mercy for nobody. Who have mercy for me? Everybody had this going on in the background. Ain't nobody have sympathy. Ain't nobody wanted to help. Everybody wanted to pretend like they were helping, but going ahead and utilizing somebody else's fucking money. But everyone that can possibly sit down now is thinking like, shit, when she had it, she made sure we ate. She broke bread. She would hear me out. I had a shoulder to fucking cry on when I needed it. You know the fucking worst feeling when that bitch ass Sheila came to me. She was like, yeah, you remember when you was with James and your stomach was all hanging out and stuff like that? And instead of your bitch ass being a real fucking mom and saying, my child is depressed, she's going through and she's trying to figure the fuck out how to fuck get away from this man because this man is a fucking psychopath and she don't want to hurt this man because y'all knew the capabilities that I had, because my thing was I wanted that motherfuckers in the grave by my hand, but I knew what could I do for my kids if I'm in a prison cell. So a lot of you motherfuckers is going untouched because what the fuck can I do for anybody else? Because at least my voice is going to be heard to help the next man or the next woman to get the fuck out of shit like y'all dumb motherfuckers. Because if I touch you, you know where you're going. Because it ain't going to be me, but I know I'm going to be in some cuffs. So to avoid it, ain't shit scary about me. Ain't shit punk about me, because the thing that I'm going to do, it's already premeditated and I ain't got no problem doing it. But instead of having that fucking reaction because I want better, I need better, and I'm fucking tired of the bullshit because I know the devil fucking firsthand, shake his hands, sleep with him, lay with him, fuck with him, and then some. So a demon, I know him when I'm seeing him. You could play godly all day, but even the fucking devil plays in the fucking church all day. Don't we know that? Lucifer was a fucking angel once upon a time. When you know better, you do fucking better. And a lot of people, you don't know fucking better. So forgive them for what the fuck they don't know. But I'm not going to forgive the fact that, hey, if I'm asking you, I'm asking for a reason. A lot of people would have been spared about shit that they did towards me when I asked you straight up what part you had in there. When I asked y'all straight up to y'all fucking face and you lied and you want me to have mercy, The only mercy you better fucking pray for is that I'm not a fucking special guest to sit up in the fucking courtroom, and that none of you motherfuckers that I did get to see you face to face, you better pray to God that I'm not in that bitch. On my bad, you can't even pray to God no more because you abused, lied, ridiculed, and did every fucking 7 deadly sins that there is to commit, isn't it? Isn't it? So I don't know where your prayer is going to. It must be going to hell, because I'm clearly fucking hearing all your plots and plans to plot on other people's fucking lives. That's the beauty of it. So I love it. So keep it coming, because speaking on my name, all you're going to tell me is who you plotting and planning on next. And I know half these motherfuckers don't deserve to live, but shit, at least they get a chance to know who their opponent is. I feel it's fair. Whether I get to see your ass in street court or in the court of law, it's gonna go regardless. I have faith in that. The faith of a mustard seed. I might not get out of this bitch, but I got enough fucking faith and common sense to know that anybody that fucking try me, every single last one of you got an enemy. So I'm pretty sure I'm giving enough fucking information for whoever it is to choose to do it. So be it. Fair is fair in my eyes. So do we want this to be clean and immaculate, or we need it to be messy? And clearly y'all want it messy, so messy you shall receive. Like I said, Sheila, 2014, they've been on y'all. They've been on y'all. They've been on you, Georgetta, Carla, Shannon, all the Kiara, Courtney. They've been all over y'all asses shit. They've been waiting on Isaiah Jeffrey Beard and Denise Beard. They've been watching her ass since she got out from soliciting and scamming and back page shit. They've been on Denise's ass, even though her ass want to bounce back and forth from North Carolina to New York. And she got some of the Dominicans to get involved because she wanted to get her lick back at your daddy, Jeffrey Nunez, right? Right. Playing with me is one of the most dangerous games you can ever play in life. Welcome to the Devil's Den. I've been here because I sit here and I be giving y'all piece after piece after piece. And I was like, Rita, you know what? You're doing a great job for calming yourself. You do a fucking great job. You really do. I've came a long way. And the only reason why they wanted to make sure that y'all stole that apartment that was meant for me, that money that you stole, you needed it more than I did. That's why I ain't tripped. Because I know whatever God takes away from me, he's bringing back to me tenfold. Tenfold. So I ain't tripping. Y'all can have that. Because the comeback is going to be way better than whatever it is that you feel like you're doing. They need you to go ahead and shine for that little bit. I know that much. He needs y'all to feel real good where you at. He needs you to eat real good. He needs you to do that. Needs are non-negotiable. And you needed it, right? It was a non-negotiable. You needed that milli, right? You needed that 50K, right? You needed that 113K, right? You needed that. But did you need that more than you needed the Most High, the Creator who brought you and allowed you to breathe every day, that you opened your eyes, that you was not even grateful to say, thank you for allowing me to open my eyes. Thank you for allowing me to breathe. Thank you for allowing me to move my neck, stand up, move my body, move my arms, my feet, my toes, my arms, my leg, because somebody is paralyzed right now and they can't breathe on their own. They need oxygen. They need somebody to look to their left and their right. They need somebody to help them to take a piss or a shit. They need someone. And my son Marcus Antoine Phillips needed me, and you took the person that needed to protect him. You got to remember that. Y'all got to remember you carried out that same shit for that punk ass boy's James Henry Taylor V. I was cordial when I last talked to him, and he thought we was cool. Until I start confronting him about who was his accomplices. Oh, Regina, oh, that hoe, she knows she going to the grave. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And ain't wishing nothing. You just get what you deserve. And you get what you call on. Because calling it on my life when it ain't even my time. I was a meant to come in to help people heal y'all fucking family traumas. You don't think God tired of y'all fucking bum ass people trying to run to him in the cross and then the audacity to run into a fucking sanctuary to sit there praise and worship when you the one paying for a fed on somebody's head? How dare you? I'm going to go to the Pope and the priest to go ahead and pray for me. Send me my motherfucking rosary. I'm fit to go ahead and demand a decree and go tell the priest all my sins that I've been committed so I could be redeemed. Redeemed from what? Yeah, you committed all your sins and confessed them. But it don't redeem you for what the fuck you did. Let alone what you said about someone, because you not know, even in Catholicism, sometimes depending on what it is, even though you commit your sins to the fucking priest, you know you was actually, in order to redeem yourself from the complete sin, you must go ahead and confess it to the person who you did it to. Hello, 1962. Hello, 1961. Hello, 1953, 55. 1942, 43. I'm talking to you too. Ain't no exception to the rule. Oh, we fall out of the room when we address the die, right? The facts are the facts. But I laugh at all of this. Like I said, once Sheila decided to go ahead and not give that police officer, the officers that took the case on for my child, and I called to report it, and they already had dug up another case of me being the missing child because the names that I was bringing up, Garcia, Miss Deb's daycare and shit like that, that opened up a lot of shit. So I already knew half of what everybody was doing. I just needed y'all to speak up. A lot of people lost their chance with fucking immunity. All these motherfuckers over here in this community, Vieira Beach, Melbourne, all the way to the space base. Hey, you had a better chance to at least just, hey, let me just tell her some. Let me at least drop this off at the door. Let me, shit, you ain't got to see my face, but at least let me give you this. I ain't got no good words for you. Hey, they helped to this point. This is what they chose to do. This is what they stole. This is what they lied about. This is what they didn't put on the paperwork. But 2014, they paid attention to every CPS, DCF case. They paid attention to every time that y'all was calling from different states, different numbers. They paid attention to every time that I switched between AT&T and T-Mobile intentionally, because it was an intent behind me doing so, because I know for a fact that they can pick those up. The only ones that they couldn't get was Verizon. So me having to switch to go to Verizon would have caused them to have a longer delay in this situation. So we can go ahead and keep T-Mobile until they go ahead and figure out who did what. Because now the fact that, my son's gone, my kids are in the hands of the people who started the crimes. It makes it more beautiful. Because I'm already at the point, I don't want to hear no apologies. It's people thinking, oh, well, I can do this and go wild out before I go say something. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because if I give you a chance and opportunity, you choose not to say nothing? Why you didn't choose to say something? Do you really think you got a lot of time? Because they closing in. I feel like on this case, they closing in on a lot of people. Because I'm hearing somebody saying, bingo, we got them. Bingo, here go they. They're about to make this phone call again. They're about to make this other call again. Yep. They paid this person to go ahead and do this. So all y'all payments, cryptocurrency, even down to the Tinder. Anytime that I signed up for, I think I only had like what, Badoo, Tinder, and Bumble. But Plenty of Fish, I had that when I was fucking 19. Come on now. So anybody working at the Days Inn Hotel, oh yeah, that there, even though y'all thought it was a moneymaker, that there caused grounds for the U.S. Embassy, which also led grounds to other countries to go ahead and look into it. You see? And then when Tennessee, Montgomery County chose to do what it was, because Vanderbilt knew they was wrong, and Alice Richardson, when she pulled her bullshit, and then how is it that you take a testimony via a VHS? Because that means nobody was able to cross-reference that situation. Judge Stacey Barnes, or Judge Barnes. I'm gonna have to go back through my court papers, because it was crazy that I went to the courthouse in Montgomery County, and the fact that I had them look up my name, and I was pretty sure my name should have been in that system, because what happened with Marcus in 2012, that there alone allowed me to know y'all shit was gonna go federal. And there's cameras there. So it just so happened to be a glitch on the day that I went to the courtrooms in Montgomery County, Clarksville, Tennessee. It just so happened to be a glitch. That's why I used to tell people, if you gonna fuck with me, you gotta be accordingly. Motherfucker, it's eyes on the ground. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. My shit is gonna be way bigger than what you got going on. Unless you got some other fuck shit in the background, trust and believe. But me already knowing who was connected to who paid who, and the biggest main corporate was Patrick Monique Luter, hoping that he was staying in the background, and it was like, damn, he was into gangs and all. Motherfucker, that motherfucker is a bitch in my eyes. Like I said, Patrick Monique Luter raised his hand at one time. I was 13 years old, and that motherfucker ain't never raised his hand to me ever again in his life. Oh my child, bro, you a sick fucking pedo. You're sick, bro. And then it's like, oh, you shit don't respect anybody. No, why the fuck would I respect people who ain't even got fucking respect for themselves? And the only excuse, well, we lost our mama and our daddy. Yeah, your brother did that. Patrick did that. Half of y'all motherfuckers, especially anybody coming out of Lawton, Oklahoma, Dallas, motherfucking Texas, or Houston, and you had fucking ties to Sheila or Patrick at any fucking given time, and you dating motherfuckers that they used to have around their friend crew, or because they used to know them from the NCO club and shit, it was a setup because they knew who was gonna beat on you. They was low-key pimping y'all out. Pimping ain't easy, baby. Craig Taylor was caught up for that shit, wasn't it? Thieving, stealing, scamming, and pimping, right? Pimping ain't easy when you already got pimped by blood, right? So I know when a person's getting pimped out, I just didn't feel that you was going to be that stupid to go ahead and traffic me and stream it. And how I knew, Patrick, you was sick with that shit. Half of those people, they have features. The nastiest shit, because y'all knew for a fucking fact I would not ever give no old man no fucking time. And most of them were like certain particular men of nationalities that was doing that shit. And it gave me the creeps. Only a female that ain't got no sense that's willing, oh, let's do a 2-man. Let's go do this. Shit. Sonata Pabolino, she cool with it. Her mama cool with it. Shit, she'll get down with her mama. She look cool with it. Oh, my bad. She can't do that shit no more, so she pimp y'all out. Her nieces and nephews and anybody else that she can get her hands on. She knew Carmelita and them was with it. She knew Tiff and Tasha Garza and them was cool with it. That's why Roger and them motherfuckers was coming around there. Come on now. The most reason why y'all didn't want me around because y'all know I don't pop pills. I don't do that coke shit, none of that. I don't even drink with y'all motherfuckers. Ain't nobody never asked that. Shooter, why you don't drink with them? And now everybody's starting to ask questions. No, it wasn't because Sharita didn't want to come. It wasn't because Sharita was at home with the kids, because Sharita had the money that if I wanted to pay for a babysitter to be home with my kids. No, I had rather be home with my fucking kids because I had more solace at home with my fucking kids because I knew how to be a fucking parent. But I also knew how to pay a person and examine the person thoroughly. It was just the last motherfucker was just really, really good at certain things. Trust and believe me, my kids wouldn't have been around Marie Hicks. My kids wouldn't have been around that fucking boy. But even then, when people had my fucking kids, what could they tell you? They were good. They'll love on you. They make you laugh. They give you hugs when you know you didn't even know that you deserve a fucking hug. How dare you? Because that's how well I loved on them. So what? I was going through some shit and I had nobody there. I did pull a fork out on my kid, but at least I've been grown enough to fucking admit that shit. And I went to get help on my own accord. I didn't have a court tell me to go do that shit. I did it on my own. Asked the records from Donald Romero, Colorado Springs, fucking VA. I went on my own accord. Not someone else telling me I have to. I begged to go inpatient. I begged the fucking VA to let me go into that cohort February 4th, 2018. I begged to get in that. Me and Donald Romero even had to come up with some bullshit just for me to get in that bitch to Cheyenne fucking Wyoming, to Sheridan, Wyoming Veterans Affair. So to play a fucking system, to play crazy and play stupid just to get in so I could get the fucking help. So the disrespect on my motherfucking name, I guarantee you might want to fucking chill out. Because all it requires is for me to get my hands on simple basic books on family law, family court, civil court, and I'm pretty sure I could probably take all of you motherfuckers out, if not question you in a way you've never been fucking questioned. Because you're accustomed to the same judges that you have every week by the week that comes in with the same particular fucking cases. Isn't it quite odd that the same circuit people in Ninth Circuit, Orange County courthouse have the same people that work on your docket? It's no reason as a judge that you should be so fucking comfortable about who judges are coming in to see you, what lawyers you're speaking to. To me, that's too much fucking comfort in my courtroom. Because to me, that means you're a fucking buddy off the clock and you're a little bit too comfortable. Shit, to me in the military, that was considered fraternization. In the military, that's considered fraternization. You know that, right? You too comfortable with your judges, your prosecutors coming in. Oh, and you calling them by first name in the midst of a fucking court case when you locking up these men and women? So I can understand that if you're going to sit here and try to go on TikTok and say if they take away this law trying to be fucking funny, well, I can be more hilarious. I'm pretty sure there's more people willing to go ahead and come over here since you got all eyes. And whether you manipulate the fucking numbers, I'm pretty sure my numbers is probably way bigger than what the fuck they show. And I'm pretty sure me going back out there and telling people, well, if you're going to do that shit, make sure you know who's your probation officers, who was the arresting officers, what precinct, what city they live in, travel and tell them how to fucking do it. I'm pretty sure I look like more of a villain than I am of a fucking civilized citizen. It's called unbiased judgment. So what, they're a fucking criminal. So what if they're going to commit a degree? I don't see you giving them any fucking better way to fucking live. I don't see you going ahead and giving them opportunities so they don't fucking fuck up. The only option you are giving them is to go ahead and work at these fucking low radar fucking jobs at 30, 40, 50, 60 years old which gives them nothing but free fucking ample time, because most of the time common sense will tell you nothing is working in fucking McDonald's or fast food restaurant under fucking 25. So you're giving the predators a ground to play. You're giving the predators to go ahead and look at your teenage daughter. You're giving them fucking ground to go ahead and mess with your fucking grandkid. And then, I'm going to blow it. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because your program, you're utilizing fucking psychiatrists or psychologists with so-called fucking PhD to go ahead and run blind study on people that you should actually be fucking studying them. What's your background? Where you come from? Didn't Eileen, where she come from? Mexico, Chile, or some shit like that? So I'm pretty sure me having access, yeah, I get why y'all kind of restrict a lot of shit from me. Because it's like, goddamn, if your brain already operates like that, I can only imagine if we gave her so much more access to shit. I'm pretty sure if I ever did in the job working for the fucking feds or working for a fucking attorney, I'm pretty sure that fucking attorney's office is going to be a fucking 5-star. I'm 1,000,000,000% in that. I'm confident in that. I don't need anybody else doing dumb shit, hiring a fucking private investigator or anything else. If anything, I could be a consultant to half of these fucking departments. Independently contracting and working from my own comfort of my home. What the fuck kind of case are we looking at? What's that show, High Potential? I could be hurt. Possibility. But who are we to fucking say? How the fuck you was able to figure it out? All it calls for is simple observation of the dumb fucks that you choose to surround me by. So you give me nothing but ample opportunity to observe them. You ain't fucking with me, I ain't fucking with you. But the longer you stay away and the longer that you're not in my fucking face, you're giving me even more chance and opportunity to say, oh, this is what type of person it is. Oh, that's the type of police officer it is. 10 times out of 10, you're going to still bring one of the fucking police officers that was involved in the bullshit just to keep the radar off of you. But I'm still going to be able to see it. And now the fact that I know that there's something going on, and when it does be brought to my attention, because the fact that y'all did just try to bring that shit through my windowsill and pull this shit to make sure that I wasn't able to breathe, she wasn't supposed to survive that one. We're going to keep watching her through these fucking cameras and shit. By all means, be my guest. Gaston, Gabriel, we can continue doing this shit. But all you're doing is allowing me to, my brain needs something to do. And I'm having to do a crossword puzzle just to think it through. Like, what would cause them to do that? What would make their brains do that? Who else will be involved in this? They love to leave smart ass comments, so all I have to do is fucking screenshot it and figure out what's the energy. Regardless if it's a fake screen name, you can still pick up who's behind those screen names. It doesn't require you to always have a computer, but if I have to need that assist, hey, Ogun, let me holler at you real quick. And how he works in engineering, metals, electricity, and all those good things, right? Hot lava. So pretty much if it's a lot of people with fire in their birth charts, then I have to utilize astronomy or astrology depending on where the setting of the moon, and if I have to use the weather or if I have to use the temperature or the numbers. Certain people do move around or maneuver when the weather is in a particular way, when the wind is blowing in a particular way. You can tell if the person's nationality, race, country, and where they come from. So it's a lot of things that goes to play that a bunch of basic commoners would not understand. Even a person with a PhD. I need to study this person to see how is it that they're thinking. Well, why don't you talk to me versus trying to fucking observe? That shit is annoying. Would you want someone else to do that to you? Because if I was given the opportunity, now I want a list of every fucking person that had involvement in this. Now I get to watch them. Let's see how that makes them feel. But to observe their process of thinking, I'm pretty sure we can probably resolve that quickly. I just need their photos, their family build, genetics. Well, genetics is not necessary. You'll be able to pick that up. You can tell where they come from. That's too easy. And some people was like, shit, shit, shit. Oh, well, go take you a good one. Take a good old Mahone and have a big roll of Charmin tissue right next to you. Cheers, right? Cheers. For every tear I cry, for every time I roar. Katy Perry said, you're going to hear me roar, right? Right, Katy? People from the music industry, but I ain't nobody. That's a whole lot of fucking money for me to be a nobody to want to fucking take somebody out. Gotta make it make better sense than this shit. And then the gaslighting, I thought that was even beautiful. I thought that was even better. Now, cortisol will make you gain weight, your weight fluctuate, and then it does eventually makes your thyroid get out of fucking function. It does. So more or less, today I could be 190. Next month I could be at a fucking 160 because my weight is going up and down because I'm just trying to pinpoint why. What would make them do this, but why? Oh, that man underlies that baby and that woman, but why? You have no heart. I do. I just want to know why he did it. It's no different where everyone was like, oh, you have sympathy for the man that beat the girl and he knew she was pregnant. Shit, I didn't feel bad for her. The way he fucking behaved, it allowed me to know it was something deeper than that. Don't nobody just fucking spaz out. Even the most violent fucking pimp ain't gonna beat on no pregnant woman that fucking deep unless it was something a little bit deeper. I just wanted to know what was the process, bro. I ain't say that. I ain't say that what he did was right. Shit, it was fucked up. But hey, what caused that man to snap like that? What did she say? Are you good? A whole bunch of fucking feminists. Get your panties out of a bunch. Well, what if it was you? Well, bitch, I've been through more hell than you fucking can count on your toes. That you never fucking experienced. Half of these fucking people ain't never experienced half the shit I've fucking been through. Then it's like, what you mean? I know what you mean, dickhead. Shit with fucking white people ancestors fucking normal. So with that, I don't get fucking amused. I fucking laugh. That's why they little hillbilly asses, cornbread fed, big thick neck looking motherfucking redneck motherfuckers make me laugh, okay? Do they even play fucking Duck Dynasty anymore? I might even want to look into that. But shit, just looking at how certain things and certain people do shit, I'm not fucking amused, but it's just like, what would possess you to do that? I'm looking to prevent. For half the shit, I might have been in the hood. I might grew up in the fucking craziest way. I might have had shitty of the shittiest shit fucking happen to me. But just because it happened to me, I'm not going to do what other fuckers people do to me. But at least I got more common sense that, hey, when you do dumb shit, I'm pretty sure most of the people that decided to do dumb shit, they got way bigger enemies than trying to fucking make me public enemy number one. Are you sure? Are you sure? I'm a mafia's man's best fucking dream. Where the fuck has this bitch been my whole life? Sir, I'm right here. Who do you have on your list? What are we looking at? I can tell you the breakdown before you even have to do anything stupid, let alone spend too much money. What kind of fun? It's a politician you want? Sure, too easy. What's next? Stop playing with people when you always feel like, oh, I can go do their Akashics and they don't know about this. They don't understand about birth certificates, social security numbers, where they're lived at, if they're being redlined, if they're being called out religiously, tattoos, jobs, their ambitions, their hidden secrets, wanting to be part of a crew. That's why shit, you think I wasn't ever invited to want to be part of crews? Yeah, I have. But I wasn't stupid. Depending on what crew, are you blood? Are you Crip? Are you GD? Cause when you win, you paying with your well shit. Mostly the Chicanos do that. The MS-13s, baby. Once you win, you gotta die to get out. Unless you just your OG is just that good with you and be like, look, you gotta go to exile. You just can't show up in these places. You can't be in this part of the world. But they gonna give you the warning if they catch you and they know you ain't part of the crew. You know what I'm saying? That's just you. You know what I'm saying? Word to the wise. I learned that a long time ago because Garcia taught me that when I was fucking 5 years old. Try to give me my first cigarette. I was like, no, it wasn't good. He would talk to me Spanish as a little girl. Sheila will be mad in the kitchen. You want to know what's crazy about it? I still remember we lived in apartment H6 right behind the Sandpiper. And he was talking to me and she would get mad because she didn't know what he was telling me. And I still remember what he telling me to this day. Stop that. You need to say it in English. That's what Sheila would say to him. But I'm going to keep praying to the Most High, keep revealing my enemies to me. Delivering me from something that I didn't even ask for. I ain't did nothing to these people. And half the motherfuckers, I love them the most, but I won't ever love the most like that ever the fuck again. But however life is going to pan out, I know to still do right by people. But anybody choosing against me, I don't give a fuck what kind of position, politics, stand in. You sheriff, your ass is under Fed investigation, and anybody that looked up my fucking name, enjoy. Because before or by June 16th, they're going to have mass majority of you. And if you've been messing with these little lot lizards, these 304s, man or woman, jiggle hoes, jiggle boos, stripper clubs, whatever the case may be, that always love to hide themselves behind cleaning companies or real estate, Airbnbs and shit like that. I already know how this shit fucking play out. But you would have been better than to bet your chance and bet your money on saying, hey, I could have got way much better a chance of an opportunity to do business with this person. But you made it your business to make sure nobody did business with me, right? You made sure that they spend my shit up eating good on a hog. But Kevin Gates say shit. A motherfucker that owe you money and they gaining weight. Eating good, living good. Yeah, you already know what comes to them like that, right? I ain't no Muslim, mashallah. But I ain't gonna ever be right there to bless no mess. And the special guest says, y'all be blessed. Do better. Do better things in your life. Because playing with me and thinking I run on your time, psych. Because like I said, 2014, I was like, damn, Sharita, that's why your ass been so fucking calm. Because 2014, especially when Regina and James intercepted that money from that last time because that court case and that judge tried to send a threat to say if I went back and opened the case and he knew he was wrong when he told Jim Potter law. And Tommy Meeks went in and said, no, you got a lawsuit. And James Henry Taylor V went to do that. And then Colorado Springs, when I worked for a Bright Star and MGA Home, and he talked about he knew how to do the flip of the money with the credit cards, and he was messing with that girl, Jasmine, that worked for Keller Williams. Holler at me, cuz. Holler at me, cuz. Y'all was eating real good. I love the fact that y'all was posting that shit all over social media, though. It worked in my benefit. So anybody working against me and you took money from these motherfuckers, I ain't got no mercy for you. You better pray for it. What's mine? No penny more, no penny less. But guess what? Multiply it by 10. I hope y'all got it, though. As above, so below. I ain't from here. I ain't from here. I don't like Earth. I can't stand humans because I'm just here to have the experience And the experience is shit. Humans are not even being no more. They're being idiots. I wanted to say idiots. But y'all being idiots. Shit. Michael Lawrence Alexander knew he fucked up when the moment that he betrayed me. The moment that I called his ass to go ahead and help me move and that motherfucker betrayed me, he knew what was up. He knew his karma happened right there. Him with his baby mama Angela, and then he got exposed with the Trinity shit, so I knew anybody afterwards. And I had just prayed that when I had met this motherfucker at the gas station, I had just prayed. I was like, God, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a chance. I had filed my paperwork, did everything I was supposed to do because I know how it is. If your name is still on a dotted line on a paper in the midst of the divorce, don't ever date until you get that final paper because you will still be tied up in the karma of those people. And especially if they're doing evil and hateful shit to you, trust and believe me, they looking for every person, man or woman that you sleeping with to get you caught up in some bullshit. I know that now. Brujeria, I was so well versed in that back in 2010. Adrian Daddy. Luis Alejandro Ponce that had moved to Austin, Texas with the other baby mama that was a stripper from Panama. So wasn't none of y'all motherfuckers doing anything new that I wasn't well versed in. Running credit cards up, getting cell phones, getting these other businesses, getting these pages up and shit. I just needed to see how far people would go. Shit, I swear I should have been a fucking judge or a lawyer. Here I was wasting my time to be a fucking physician. Shit, let alone, doing the right thing. Apparently, doing the right thing tends to bite you in the ass. So, I guess I'm no longer allowed to be nice to people anymore. Shit, start ignoring them whenever they say hi. It actually don't feel as bad. I mean, only time I be feeling bad because the kids be want to be like, hi. And it's like, now I got to be assholes to people kids. That kind of hurt my feelings. Because now I got to look like, your parents are shitty, kid. You don't stand a chance. And it's not like the kid is going to be around me all the time. So it's just like, shh, I got to be a dick to some kids now. That ain't right, but it is what it is. Kids deserve a fucking chance, but kids don't deserve to be around shitty people. That's why I felt bad for that little baby. I was like, when I talked to her that day, she's like, where can I see you? And I was like, it broke my little heart. But I'm going to always remember that baby because that baby deserved covering. She deserved love. But every moment them kids is not in my fucking presence or any kid that I gave love to, it breaks my heart because it's like, I can't cover them. Because now I got to let go of every existence of that just so my fucking heart can breathe. So I'm not fucking having panic attacks and losing my shit. So I have to let it go. It's just what they say is just life, right? It is what it is, right? Because that's what the fuck it is. It is what the fuck it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. You're going to cry. You're going to have your moments where you're going to cry. But my crying is only because I'm mad as hell. Because, guys, you got it. Who the fuck am I to argue with God? Tell him what you gonna do. He gonna laugh in your motherfucking face. Sure to sit your ass the fuck down. Why I gotta sit down? Why I can't have my fun? Why can't I smack a bitch up for one time? Sure to sit down. Alright, damn. Jesus is the homie. Alright, we let Jesus handle it. Okay, Jesus can't even handle it. Shit, they won't even let motherfucking Lucifer handle the shit. So when I gotta sit the fuck down, hey, at this point, it's above me now. I don't know what the fuck they gonna do. Y'all don't even know what the fuck the Most High or the Creator, Jesus, Yahweh, Yeshua, whatever the fuck you want to call him. We don't know what the fuck the motherfucker do. But I had a plan. He said no. And what the fuck y'all had planned, he told y'all fuck no. So, right now, The only thing I can do is let it be where it's going to be. But however it is, he had told me, you going to cry right now for a little bit. But you going to laugh later, baby. Because I deserve to laugh. I deserve to fucking smile. And I don't even fucking want to smile because I'm angry as fuck. And he knows that. So I'm going to take my time to go work on my motherfucking anger and my attitude. Because how I be wanting to talk to people. And he be like, you can't even go. I can't even go outside on those days. Because he know I'm going to say something ignorant. I be about that close to be saying some ignorant shit. He be like, go take that nap. These motherfuckers thinking like, she ain't got no energy. She ain't gonna post today. Bitch, if I ain't posted today, he knew I was gonna say something fucking ignorant, okay? All right? I cuss more than motherfucking Sailor Moon, and Sailor Moon didn't even fucking cuss. That was my favorite fucking cartoon. So apparently, I gotta find better words to saying fuck, shit, and bitch, okay? I gotta work on those 3 cuss words. The power of 3 is what they say. I gotta start taking shit seriously. But I'm angry. But then I'm not. And I'm calm. But then I'm not. The walking contradictory of life. It's a contradiction. The affliction. The afflicted. But I'm okay with it. It's not for you to fucking figure out. It's not even for me to fucking figure out. But at least I can wake up and say, it's all good. I ain't at peace, but it's all good. Because I strive for fucking peace. I come in peace. Y'all motherfuckers be making war, and I'll be like, I come in motherfucking peace. Damn it. No, Aries be stubborn as fuck, and then the Gemini is a split mind. So we don't know if we get in the good side or the bad side. I'm a backwards fucking Sour Patch Kid. Sweet for a little bit, then you piss me off. Now it's sour as fuck. But I was told to work on it. But anybody doing something, be aware. And I'm 1,000,000% sure some of y'all already got notified like shit. With the police circling around my block often. Why the police all this sudden around here? Bitch, goofy, it's the federal investigation. Okay, get you some education and get educated or something. And know when you under fucking federal investigation. Stupid. Y'all just stupid. Get some common sense. Well, I thought they were just here. No, goofy. Apparently, there's informants. And their favorite informants is always somebody who always get locked up and don't know how to stay out of jail. So if that motherfucker just don't know how to stay out of motherfucking jail, they gonna be informants. And they love to use female informants and transsexuals. Okay, so the transsexualists. They love to use them motherfuckers, okay? Because they run their mouth too fucking much, okay? What's better than some girl gossip or some chestnut is a bitch that don't know how to stop running their mouth, okay? And if they start saying your government name a little bit too often, thinking they being funny with you, like for me, I'm being funny. Because I ain't got no priors, no weird shit like that. But those ones that be trying to be funny and shit like that, and then you notice that they trying to take on other people's personalities, those be the bitches you need to watch out for. Yeah, they telling on you. Your homie that just came back around and really being cool with you and trying to put you on to certain licks and shit, they gunning for you, homie. Bright-eyed as. I'm just here to be the messenger. But anyway, that's Lasagna. I'm going to work on my enunciation for Russia because the U.S. is getting a little bit too reckless around these parts. And, yeah. Single, free, and unavailable. Motherfucker's like, what? You dated? No, motherfucker got single, free, and unavailable. So meaning talking to me, you can have my number. We can have a conversation. I'm super unavailable. You will get no emotions from me. And a lot of people know it's scary when I don't have that. Ask some of them females, because they trying to figure out, I want my friend back. Yeah, no. Because half of them sit here like, I want to talk back to Rita. Oh my God. She's not going to talk to me. You absolutely right. I'm glad that you got some common sense. Because if a female telling you that, hey, we don't even know how to approach her, that's when everyone knows they have a problem. It's not really a problem. Because now I know the longer people stay away, don't do that. Don't do that. But anyway, if you're a federal person, please give me fucking information. Just announce yourself. Hey, I come in peace. That's all you gotta say. Those are your special words. Hey, I come in peace. Stand at a distance first. Because I'm probably just gonna have to analyze you like a motherfucking computer. Did. What the fuck do you want? And then you can talk. Maybe. I don't know. Because I don't even know what fucking mood I'm gonna be in. But I just know I ain't no motherfucking schizo. I ain't got no multiple fucking personality disorder. I can be emotional. I'm a fucking woman. What he said, I ain't gonna call her a bitch. I'm calling them female creatures. That's what I'm calling them. Isn't that what he said on Baby Boy? He said, unstable creature. I'm just an unstable creature. That's what we're gonna call it. I don't know what kind of mood I'm gonna be in. But most likely, I'm probably in cupcake and rainbow fucking land. Because now I have to see the bright side on it. Shit happens. Life happens. It's gonna hurt a little bit. You gonna cry a little bit. But Sharita, you are an angry little motherfucker if somebody take you there. That's why I'm calm before I'm not calm. And I feel like that's natural. How dare you try to fucking make me feel bad for having fucking emotions? Forgive me for being a fucking woman, okay? Nobody tell them to give me a vagina, a uterus, and fucking ovaries. And these things that either they gonna sit perky or they gonna fucking fall to the floor, okay? Sometimes you're gonna have a flat stomach and another time you're gonna have a fucking fupa. Shit happens, okay? We're not gonna get emotional over this shit. It's just the price to pay of being a fucking woman. Okay? Okay. Y'all do great things on whatever fucking day it is today. It can be Saturday, it can be Sunday. Who gives a shit? Every day is fucking Friday. No, it ain't. But be great. Bye.